The truth about real estate investing. Oh yes, Noelle has heard it all. I have heard all of the stories about real estate investing, some of them true, some of them not so true. As a real estate entrepreneur and a millionaire in real estate, I'm going to share with you exactly what the truth is when it comes to real estate investing. Let's go.
Noelle. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, or you need to do it better, well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm going to share with you 5 truths about real estate investing that no one would tell you because they are probably too afraid to. I'm going to share with you the big lie that everyone tells to newbies to scare them away from real estate investing. And I'm going to share with you the fastest way to millionaire status with real estate. So there are so many benefits to real estate investing. I could just go on and on. Real estate investing has changed my life. I literally started investing in real estate from my parents' basement, broke, bad credit with multiple foreclosures, and I was completely humiliated. And I was able to start from that position, start making money, and made 13 deals in just my first year to get out of my parents' basement. So I know how life-changing real estate investing can be, and I also know that you do not need credit or money to get started. In order to be successful in real estate investing, you really just need to make a decision. It comes down to you saying, yes, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to follow the scripts and do what people tell me to do so that I can be successful. Real estate investing has changed my life with cash flow, with income, with personal wealth. My personal wealth was over $1 million, and I only had just a few properties. Now I make millions of dollars per year with my real estate, and I'm able to monetize everything that I do with the knowledge that I have from investing in real estate. Again, real estate has changed my life, and I started from absolutely nothing. So let me share with you how you can do it too. So the truth about real estate investing is, number 1, getting leads is very easy. Most people pretend as if it's so hard to find a real estate deal, and it takes so much, and you have to be all macho and manly and go in there and know so much about real estate. And that is so not true. One of the major truths that I learned about real estate investing when I really started doing it was that getting leads was really easy. My coach taught me how to put out signs that I made myself, and my phone just started ringing. He told me how to use a Google number so people weren't even calling my real cell phone. He told me how to look professional and come off as a cash buyer, even though I didn't have the cash to buy all those houses. He showed me how I could use a network of people that had money and use that to get leads. Again, it was so easy. All I had to do was find people that were behind on their payments, facing foreclosure, in bankruptcy, in divorce, something like that. Instead of focusing on real estate and being this real estate professional and knowing everything about real estate, he told me, focus on the people. Find people with property problems, find a deal, and then I can find you the money and a way to put it together. In other words, find people with property problems, and the rest of the real estate investing will cover itself. Okay guys, I want to make sure that you are checking me out on Instagram, TikTok, and my podcast. You can find my podcast streaming on any of your favorite streaming platforms. Additionally, check me out on TikTok, and again, follow me on Instagram. I can use all the followers I can get. The next truth that I learned, and this was so important, was talking to strangers equals money. Yeah, look at that on the screen. Talking to strangers equals money. I had to get comfortable talking to strangers, and that was really the biggest skill that I needed for real estate investing. I needed to be able to tell people what we did and how we could help them. For example, when I was calling people that were behind on their mortgage payments, facing foreclosures, I needed to explain to them the benefits of selling their home instead of letting the foreclosure process take its toll. If they were able to go with us and let us buy the house and put a tenant in it or start making money, that way they didn't have to have a foreclosure on their credit report, they didn't have to have their stuff thrown out of the house by the sheriff, and they didn't have to have 10 years of bad credit. I was able to relate to people because I had been through foreclosure, and all I had to do was talk to strangers and tell them my story. Tell them what really happens to a foreclosure and how they could avoid it. This way they could see my story, connect with me, and see that I was someone that was there to help them. You want to be a person that can connect with other people. That is like the biggest truth when it comes to real estate investing. It's really just dealing with other people. Not saying that you have to be this big social butterfly all in people's faces. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to be someone that can talk to strangers, and you really have to get comfortable talking to strangers because that is where the money is. The number 3 big truth is you can find money for almost any real estate deal. I did not know that. I thought you had to have money. But one of the things that I learned really early on, one of the biggest truths about real estate investing is if you find a deal, you find someone willing to sell a property at a 20-30% discount and there is money to be made, there are tons of companies and people and investors that will fund that deal. There are so many ways to fund a deal if you have one. So don't worry about the money. Focus on finding a deal, because if you find a deal, the money is easy. The number 4 truth that I learned about real estate investing was how many millionaires were created through real estate. Did you know that 89% of all millionaires were created through real estate? This is a quote from Andrew Carnegie over 100 years ago, and it is still true to this day. The only thing that's so much different than 100 years ago is all different types of people can invest and own real estate now. Back in the day, I probably wouldn't have been able to own all the real estate that I own today. But now we have an awesome opportunity. Things have really changed. We have progressed. You do not have to be a certain gender or race or anything in order to be a real estate investor. All you need is the skill set and the courage to start doing it. That is what I really learned. It has nothing to do with your family, with your race, with your pedigree, none of those things. If you are the person that will call these people and you want to do real estate, you can easily become a millionaire using real estate. And number 5, and this is the biggest truth that people need to know, Subject to is an amazing tool to getting lots of real estate. Subject to is a concept in real estate investing where you purchase a home subject to the existing financing staying in place. This means I can buy your home and the mortgage that you have on it, you leave in place. I purchase the home, I get my name on the deed, but you keep the note. And this is completely legal and ethical, so long as everyone agrees to it and you know how to do the paperwork. In fact, I've created an entire video where I teach you subject to so you can do it step by step. It's the one thing that took my portfolio to over 40 properties. When I quit my 6-figure job, I was able to have all of these real estate properties where I was making money, monthly income coming in from my rental properties on properties that were not even in my name. In other words, they did not show on my credit report, but that money came into my account. Subject to lease options and lease purchases are an amazing tool in how you can get tons of real estate for just a little bit of money without putting anything on your credit report. Who knew? So I have written an entire book that I'm giving away to you absolutely free. My new book, Real Estate Millionaire Secrets, is absolutely free at noellesfreebook.com. Go to noellesfreebook.com and get my new book absolutely free. You just cover shipping and handling. I go through how to become a real estate millionaire starting from zero. It's a complete beginner's guide that will walk you through step by step with so much information that you can begin implementing it immediately. I want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.